morning. How are you guys today? I'm pulling up today because I was told that consistency is key. Even though I don't want to do I don't want to do nothing. I just want to chill. You know what they say? Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I say I wish I was a kid again. Damn, I'm sick of being an adult. I just want to be lazy. I want to be lazy. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be lazy. But I can't. I can't be lazy. I can't do nothing. Queen always got some shit to say. I thought, girl, you make me want to smoke a blunt. First she say, ooh, you cute. Thank you. Then she say, you got that devil butt hair off your head. Queen, now did I tell you how the other lady made me feel about saying something about my hair? Okay? And here you go doing the same thing that the lady did. Okay, but I'm gonna ignore your black ass today. I'm gonna ignore your black ass today because I need you on the panel. I want to go over that video. I'm not done with the video I showed yesterday. Okay, I want to go back over it. I want to review it and continue it because, truthfully, I didn't really watch the whole thing because I had went to an event that Saturday. But as I'm rewatching it, I'm like, yeah, These women is absolutely the fuck out of control, out of line, disrespectful, don't have no respect for their own women. Now, as I got older, I hear people saying, like Terrell Owens, oh, black women said that I was black. I was too black. I was a black nigga. So, they didn't want to be with me and stuff like that because I was too black. And I'm like, why would black people make fun of black people's skin color? That's weird to me, right? Like, why would black people who come in different shades of black make fun of other black people's skin color? I never got that. Truthfully, I never even actually went through colorism in school. I'm not the lightest, brightest lady. I'm not a light, bright chick, but I guess I'm not a darker skinned chick. But I don't know if someone saying you black as hell would offend me because I am black, right? I mean, I don't know. But for the people that did go through that, they tend to grow up hating black people, whether it's a woman that went through colorism or if it's a man that went through colorism. They tend to grow up not liking their own race of people. And it's just because of the self-hatred that they had to go through, that they had to hear. I guess we was watching a video not too long ago, and I'm going to continue that video. We're going to continue that video today about darker shades of people having a problem with the color of their skin. See, I guess this is my thing, right? I would never want to be a Caucasian. I don't compare myself to Caucasians because I know Caucasians' history. Now, yes, you have good Caucasians. I have my good Caucasian supporters. I guess I've met some good Caucasian people. But knowing Caucasian history, it's never enticed me to say that I want to be more Caucasian, or I wish I was white, or, of course the hair, because they got pretty hair. They got the hair that you can straighten in, you could do different things with the hair. But as far as saying, I wish I was that race of people, or the standard of beauty is Caucasus, I've never had that mind frame, okay? Because my mom always taught me that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And yes, Tierney, you're gorgeous, but there could be someone else more pretty than you. And even if that person's not more prettier than you, someone else can see them as prettier than you, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's all about how people grew up and how they see. So this man could be with the ratchetest female that you've ever met in your life, but because that's the type of woman that he grew up around, he could think that she's the prettiest woman in the world. So I never, ever, ever went off of looks. Looks was never my thing. Never. Oh, hold on. Let me put my background back. My thing has always been the brain. That's what my, conclusion on everything has always been, is the brain. How are you thinking back there? Right? What does your mind look like? What does your mind look like? Is your mind pretty? Is your brain as beautiful as your skin? And if you're an idiot, then you're ugly. I don't give a damn if you are as cute as Queen. If you're an idiot, you're ugly to me. And that's just how I've always thought. I've never looked at my skin color or my skin tone to determine my beauty. I've never ever did that. Let me just make a quick shout out to the people that love me. What's up, Young Reese? Good morning. Queen, you want some hating shit this morning, but it's all good, Queen, because I love you at the end of the day. Y'all know Mr. Watson is my number one supporter. Absolutely. And that's who we have here so far, so I appreciate you guys. There's more people in the bushes. I see y'all. Oh, and Ricky. Ricky came from out the bushes. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys liked the topic from yesterday because it will be a continuation of the topic. So in that case, let me pull up everything and get started. While I'm getting started, y'all can go ahead and just jam out right quick. Okay.
But don't really say the feelings beneath that never escape. We all try so hard to be something great. Sometimes we just need some negative space. Some negative space.
Already giving me an error about your Google Chrome Android. So I just want to let you know it says something about wearing some headphones. That's what it said. Hold on, before we say anything else.
I'll go get it. Hold on.
Okay, there we go. All right, you guys. So, I like to, while Queen is doing her thing, let's go ahead and just get this started. Sound like a retard already studying this shit this morning. Let's go ahead and get started on some news. Y'all know I used to like to cover the news, because these niggas don't be talking about nothing, bruh. But it's important to hear what's going on. Okay, so let's see what we got. First thing says, female reproductive health charity sparks outrage for appointing trans. Lord have mercy. For appointing trans woman as CEO of female reproductive health charity. Can somebody make it make sense? I understand we're in a delusion and these men thinking that anything you can do, I could do better. I could do anything better than you. I understand that's where a lot of men want to be and how they want to think. Okay, but you are not a woman. Stop it. Cut it the fuck out. Okay, I don't know if I'm losing viewers. Come on, YouTube. Stop playing me. Get up to date. Quinn, is it giving an error on your end on my YouTube? Let me check. No, it's not. Okay. All right. So,
music.
say it again. Queen, you froze on me. Okay. Queen's fixing her mic. All right, Queen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Is it giving an error about my music?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So I'm back. I'm down to 0 views right now.
0 views.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at that.
Okay.
That thing don't be telling the truth. Look at your views when your stream ends.
I think it says 0.
When it ends?
Oh, when it ends.
Yeah, don't look at that number. Why? No.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right. So let's hop right into it. You got an echo, just to let you know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm finna go down and come back up because my phone got the register that I got earbuds on.
Got you. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the news. First thing that we see says American Medical Association plot move on. That's not it. Taxpayer funded uterus transplant for men. Okay.
Do you know what's going on? Do I still got an echo?
No, you're great.
Do you know what's happening?
What's happening?
You that shit with JP and Fatty. So your views are going to be small because they bigger. And they doing that right now. That shit everywhere. So don't worry about your numbers. When people get tired of listening to that nonsense, they're gonna come over here and look at you. And your numbers gonna be fine.
How do you feel about that shit going on right now?
I'm not 100% well versed in the narrative, but see, this is one reason why I am against folks that is not in the culture talking to folks that's in the culture. All right? Because our cultures are different. Fatty lives in a different part of the world. All right? Over here, we don't do that. Okay? Even within our own borders, we're fighting about age of consent. Okay? But some shit should not be joked about. But that's coming from our perspective. Where he at age of consent, I think they said it was 14. So that's normal for him. A lot of us ain't gonna process that. So they shouldn't have had no discussion. Now, I can take it deeper.
Mm-hmm.
To go deeper about it, they should have the discussion. Cause if the new world order is coming, then that means we all gonna have to worldwide decide what the standards are gonna be. So the whole is crazy. All this is crazy. All of it.
Yeah.
That story you just read is crazy. This situation is crazy. But we here.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like the J Prince and Fatty thing, I mean, I truthfully feel like these niggas is out of line. Let's just be for real. Men, I don't know about any other culture, but it's men all over, have been touching little girls and little boys forever. They will date a 14, 13, 16-year-old girl at the age of 30. They do that. So I think it's kind of weird and ironic that when Fatty makes a joke, and I heard the clip. Fatty never said, I absolutely would screw a 14-year-old girl at 30. He never said anything in that indication, but because they took what he said and ran with it, because that's something they probably are doing, or something they've probably done. Oh, but he called himself out on it first, so let's attack him. You niggas is out of line. Then,
but I heard it. I heard it. I've
What did
heard
he
several
say?
clips. That's what I'm saying. That's why, like, largely, I'm not even trying to get involved with these because all these people do is spin narrative. That's it.
Exactly.
I've heard a couple of clips, and what he's saying versus what they're trying to spin is two different things. If you are a logical, rational thinking person. However, I'm gonna say this. When it comes to whatever the fuck happened between him and Jay Prince, there is absolutely no reason why you did not tell this man that you saw his child or children naked and you didn't inform him at the time that you saw it. You want to wait till y'all having an argument and blurt it out? That don't look good on Fetty. That's Fetty's bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if Fetty ever apologized for that, but if he didn't, he needs to. Cause that's karma beating his ass. You don't see nobody's child naked and continue to look, talk, whatever the hell was going on. You don't have conversations with folks' children behind their back if you don't have that type of permission. It's just certain things you don't do and you don't move with other people's children. Especially with him being a single father. It's hard to be a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
He's a single man raising 3 girls. He halfway don't know what the fuck he doing anyway. So you as a man and see Fatty don't got no children. And see sometimes when it's people that don't have the life experience you have, you don't need to be the fuck around them because they can't understand your mindset or where you coming from. Mm-hmm. Things change as you go through different stages in life. Mm-hmm. Looking at Jay Prince, I'm gonna be honest. If Jay Prince didn't have daughters, Jay Prince probably wouldn't have a problem with this. Just based on some of the other conversations I've heard coming from him. Mm-hmm. So it is the fact that he is a father of daughters that has changed his mindset. Mm-hmm. So, like, instead of trying to slander and beat the hell out of somebody, look, if it indeed was a situation where he was violating children, it was proof of him violating children or whatever, I would understand it. But for this situation, I think honest dialogue needs to be had. Because if we are going to crucify Fatty, Fatty needs to be crucified for what he did. Not what we perceived him to have done. Not what we made up that he did. And as far as I can tell, what I didn't like was he didn't respect the fact that there's somebody's child.
Now let me say this, because, and I'm not denying anything you said. I've been at friends' house, homegirl's house, and they son walked out naked, and I was just like, "Ooh!" Now, I didn't want to be like, I mean, and I didn't know what to say. It's not like I was staring at his little pee, but it absolutely threw me the fuck off. And I mean, I don't know if Fatty told Jay Prince that, hey, your daughter's naked, bro, like cover. We don't know that. We don't know if he said that. My whole issue with this is, I'm just be honest, because this is my shit. But Jay Prince is going around saying, watch out for pedos, watch out for pedos. But you have said in a live to fuck black bitches. Black bitches ain't shit. Fuck a black woman. But you got 3 in your home. You're being hypocritical. You also said online how you have hit women. How you slapped women. You over 6 foot, over 300 pounds. And you have bragged about domestic violence. I mean, to me, it's I don't know what it's called. I'm trying to figure out what it's called. It's hypocritical, honestly, 100%. Clearly, these men used to be close friends. Queen, he said they talked on the phone. They called him uncle. They called Fatty uncle. So, I mean...
This the internet. Now, don't get me wrong. If you at my house and you see my child naked, there's one thing. I've been in that situation. Children run around naked all the time. That's their damn house. You know, they ain't think about you sitting in the living room. They children. Right. I see people, kids, hey, your naked ass or where your mama at, or hey, so and so here naked. You know, make a comment, laugh, whatever. It's a child, and they go, you the problem. You know what I'm saying? They not wrong. In my house is one thing. On my internet, you don't know that man.
Do you think it's really that they think he's a pedo? Hold on. Do you think it's that they think he's a pedo, or do you think it's something more? Because let's be honest, Fatty is successful on these internet streets. He's successful. I don't know how much Fatty brings in a month. I never watched his how much I bring in a month stream because that's not my business. The moment I start seeing how much money you bring in, the inner woman in me is gonna come out and I'm gonna start being a hoe. So let me not see how much money you bring in. But the thing is, I truthfully think that this man from another country is bringing in money that a lot of these people on these YouTube streets are not, cannot, have not. And I feel like it's a jealousy thing. In any way that they could try to find and bringing this man down, they will. Again, this was a conversation, Queen, that happened 8 months ago on somebody else's panel. Nobody's trying to bring down Aaron O. Nobody's trying to bring down Aaron O. But let's go after Fatty over something he said that, like you said, could have been misconstrued. So I don't think it has anything to do with pedophilia. I don't think it has nothing to do with
This is YouTube. In some of these places, it's about how well you can spin the narrative.
Yeah.
Okay? So, they'll start a lie on you, and it'll snowball. The problem is, it's underlining real issues. The way to get at him is to go the pedophile route because of the statement that he made. Just like, did you see what happened to me?
About the what you say?
The breastfeeding and the no panties.
I know the no panties, but I didn't know about no breastfeeding.
Oh, the breastfeeding is what started all the bullshit. 10 years ago, I breastfed a child. Another content creator took the photo off of Facebook and distributed it out to men in a sexual manner. I didn't find out till 9 years later. The photo went viral. I didn't know why it went viral. So on my end, I'm breastfeeding. It ain't no black women around me that breastfeed or did breastfeed. I'm like, why we not feeding our children?
Right, I breastfeed for sure, but right.
So I said, well, let me spread awareness. Let me help spread awareness. That yes, black women breastfeed their babies. So I participated in Black Breastfeeding Week. I posted random pictures of me breastfeeding my children on my Facebook page. This other content creator stole it, circulated it out. Why the bitch did it? I don't know. Will the bitch ever admit to doing it? Probably not. But anytime somebody bring it up to try to spin it, because what they tried to do was spin the narrative that because I didn't breastfeed with a cover. And she's wanting to spin the narrative I'm breastfeeding without a cover because I want the attention of men. I wanted to show them my nipples or some stupid shit. And I was like, who the hell sexualizes breastfeeding? Is something wrong with y'all? Like, how do you see a woman feeding a child and decide it was a whole mess?
Yeah.
So the dude that initially made the fucked up statement, I put it out there that he made it. I played what he said. He was embarrassed. He stopped creating content. After he felt like he had the support of his YouTube buddies and friends, he came back. And when he came back, they tried to spin a narrative on me about I was breastfeeding without a cover because I was trying to get the attention of men. And I was advertising that I don't wear panties to a whole bunch of men on a panel. When they brought up the conversation about women wearing underwear. And I said, I haven't worn, huh?
No, I was just going to say, so when people try to mess up people's character, they know they can get sued for that shit. It's defamation of character.
It's very illegal what the hell they doing. They do a lot of illegal shit on this app.
Absolutely. You breastfeeding, calling people pedos, that shit is a defamation of character. And that's what I'm saying. People better watch out and be careful. Like you said, these internet conversations are already wild. Like I said, I've heard Jay Prince say some crazy ass shit. People might have heard me say some crazy shit according to them. But one thing I'm not finna do is create post queen after post after link after video on how you feel like somebody is a pedophile. Bro, I just think this is way out of line. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I'm not participating in none of this shit. I'm not gonna participate in it. I'm not.
And her saying y'all need to take sides. So y'all are okay with.
I'm not taking no side in none of this shit because see, it would be different if these people were having streams about shit like pedophilia, but they not. And see, this is my problem.
Pedophilia queen, they just trying to bring one person down. That's how I feel. Y'all are
no, Tierney. No, it ain't bringing one person down. No, baby. This is what they do on YouTube. Okay? Like, when I be telling y'all shit, I be telling y'all because I know.
Yeah.
They spin narratives on this app. It's all about the dollar. Baby, it's a whole documented pedophile on the motherfucking app. And every time that nigga go live, he got hundreds of people in his chat. Documented. Girl, they don't care. And this is my problem with this whole situation, which is why I won't get involved. I'm not getting involved because they are desensitizing people to an issue that shouldn't be desensitized. There are documented pedophiles in the space, and they still here getting plenty of support.
I see this jealousy. I know you see it different, and I'm not denying what you see it. I see this jealousy, and that's just me.
There is a jealousy factor there because why spend what somebody is saying? You know what I'm saying? Why do that?
That's and the person that you're trying to spin is making money, and it's all about money on this app. Like you said, all about money. And how dare a foreigner make more money than me from Americans? So what's the best way that I can do to make it to do something to this person? That's just how I feel, bro. I've heard some of.
I do feel like jealousy is a factor, but I don't think that's like it might be the root cause, possibly. But I know how they get down on this app, though.
Yeah.
Anything for entertainment, as long as you can keep the entertainment. Oh hell! Exactly. How you doing, Young Reed?
Hey, Queen. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. I'm good too. Just recently got home. Not much.
Reese, how do you feel about this? But do you know what's going? I mean, what the word of talking is YouTube streets about this, and we're gonna. Once you're done, we're gonna move on because I could care less about this stupid drama.
Probably have, but I just choose not to say anything. I hear them, I listen, I just, just choose to keep quiet. I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hey, see, Mr. Motherfucking Watson, Mr. Motherfucking Watson. Thank you so much for the motherfucking cash app. I absolutely appreciate it, Mr. Watson. You are my number one, and you freaking know it. Thank you for the support. Okay, 17. All right, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead.
Excuse me. Hell no. Give him his cha-ching.
Oh, on my own. Cha-ching. Thank you, Mr. Watson, for the motherfucking cash app. Absolutely appreciate it. Yes, I absolutely appreciate it. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Who is it?
So you remember the video that I showed? I don't know if it was here, but I was on Chaotic Truth channel, and I was showing.
Oh, hell.
Who do you think I'm about to say, Queen?
I don't know, but you said Chaotic Truth, and so all the bells just went off. Like, oh, what the fuckery now?
Yes, and there was this older white man on there that said, "Ooh, I like me some tyranny."
Uh-oh.
All right, you guys. Welcome to the stage. First time, Be Brave. What's up, Be Brave?
Hi, Tyranny. I was just passing through because I caught your channel. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go see her. What she's talking about the first time." Tyranny, it was very interesting monologue in the first part of this. I liked just about all of it. Thank you. I think I could listen to a lot of what you say. You get into it, but I won't stay on long. I got a chuckle out of it. The young lady that was talking about she was breastfeeding without cover. I mean, I said, "Oh, that's funny," because Tyranny and the young lady. What's her name that said that?
We call her Queen, but it's Sun
Queen.
Kiss Queen.
Okay, okay, Queen. You have to cover up when you breastfeed. Men will sexualize a boob that's naked. I don't care if there's a baby on the nipple. We're pigs. You have to cover.
Oh, I understand that. And because I know that men will sexualize anything, I do what the fuck I want.
I know. I didn't mean.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my reason. That's my reasoning behind what I do, because it's not my fault that your degenerate ass cannot process. Hold on. That not you, and I'm not talking about you personally, but I'm talking about these dudes that sexualize stuff like that. Especially when the woman, I can understand if this is somebody you in a relationship with, that's your baby, and you look at it and you find that attractive. That's different. Somebody that you don't know, that is a woman feeding a child, you predator mother. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. And because I know that there are men that's gonna sexualize anything I do what I want.
I got you.
You know?
Yes.
I can't do nothing about that. You know, and if I'm willing to stand, that's the thing. I'm willing to stand 10 toes down on it. So when they try that nonsense, that's fine. Y'all can sexualize all they want to. While you trying to slam me for whatever you morally thing you think I did wrong, I'm going to slam you for your predator mindset. Because that's some predatory shit.
Yeah. No, I wasn't slamming you as if it was wrong, Tyranny. Queen. I wasn't saying you were wrong. I'm saying it was very natural. Men sexualizing your naked breast is not wrong either. It's not predatory. No, it's not.
I'm gonna tell you this.
No, it's just natural. Now look, all I'm saying is I did when I was young. My sister-in-law. I'm not married anymore. I haven't been for 40 years. My sister-in-law was breastfeeding, and I walked in, and the baby reared back and took its mouth off her nipple, and she's a hot little lady, and I'm going, oh my God, I looked at that, man. I said, oh my God, I got to see her, because I wanted to see it anyway all my life, and there it was. You can't hold that against men. I mean, men are idiots, and we're pigs. And Tyranny, I love your confession when you said your inner hoe's gonna come out. Because I did a whole thing on Reacts that I said both men and women are born sexual pigs. It's just women don't have to admit it. And that was wonderful, Tyranny, because we know you know how to control your inner hoe. But every woman has it. Just like every man's got a goddamn no good for nothing pig on him. And he's got to learn how to keep it in the closet to have a successful marriage. Hold on, I'll finish right quick here, Queen. But I'm just saying, Queen, I got to laugh. So I understand what you're saying, but that was just, I'm asking you to reconsider judging men on that as if there's something. No, wait, okay, all right, let me finish here. There's no way that you can ask a man not to look at a naked breast. It can't be done. In the universe, it don't exist. No, it just don't exist. So if you're going against something that's universal and completely natural on that aspect of the man's behavior, you don't quite get to throw that in on him as being something. But go ahead.
So are you saying since I told my boyfriend to stop watching porn, you're saying that he's going to watch it regardless? Is that what you're saying? No. I'd say he better stop watching it when he's got a little cutie that any woman I've ever been with, two of them told me you bring porn in the house and it's over. And I told them, I looked at them, I said, why do I need porn? I've got you.
and you're willing to do things for me. I said, don't worry about it. No, I think if a woman doesn't want porn in her house, it's completely natural also. Because it's called a monogamous relationship, even though you're not married. The word monogamy means we belong to each other and do not want to share. I don't need to share my woman looking at other naked men. And that's, I'm sure, the same way you felt. You don't want your man. And for a man to bring porn in the house when he's got a woman that could easily be the object of his fantasies all day long, that's a societal sickness. Okay. You were correct on that. Yeah. So, I mean, so on that. But I'm just saying nonetheless, we got to admit, I'm old and red-faced, so I ain't been involved with women for about the last 15 years, 10 years, although I was. But no, I understand that there's a whole lot of bullshit going on in relationships now. Because of stuff like your intro, the goddamn trans man as the head of the reproductive. See, that stuff, we're being attacked. People don't understand it. And Tyranny, I know you do, because I've heard you refer in a distant manner to it. We're being attacked. There's things being done to us by design. When they put a man in place of a reproductive organization, that's an attack, because they're changing our society around. I'm not saying they're taking us down, but they're changing it around to a complete human different existence. So, we're being attacked from all fronts. So I get that men are crazy and women are crazy and people make relationships completely ridiculously too complicated. The only thing to do in a relationship is I'm not a Christian. Well, I'm everything. I just look up and say, thank God. I don't care what God it is. When I feel fortunate, I'll praise the Lord. I love saying praise the Lord, and I don't even go to church.
Lord.
Praise the Lord. I tell people, just say it. It helps you. It feels good.
Right. He definitely listens to you. What was you going to say, Queen?
It feels good. But
I want to ask him, when you saw your sister-in-law's boob, did you go to her and say, ooh, nice boob? Did you do that? No. You saw what you saw. You got excited inside yourself and you went on about your business, correct?
I got rolled. Look, just naturally I went, God damn, that was pretty. Woo!
Right. But you didn't say that to her, right?
No. Why is that?
That is my point.
Well,
I'm not saying that he is wrong because he finds a boob attractive. I mean, boobs are attractive. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, this is what I want you to understand about this situation. Okay. This happened 10 years ago. Okay? Uh-huh. Nobody on this app at that time, because I put the pictures out, but nobody on this app, besides the woman that leaked the photo, even knew that this happened. I was telling a story about how a woman, because they're under the impression that women are not sexual violators as well. So I have conversations about that. And I said, a woman took my breastfeeding photo, okay, and put it out like it was some porn or something, from what I understand. Mm-hmm. They took that and made it be I was breastfeeding without a cover for men's attention. They hadn't even seen the photo. Yeah. See, and that's what I'm talking about. It would be different if it was a conversation about a photo that they had seen. It was the fact that you tried to turn me into something for entertainment and for content, and what you're not realizing is what you're doing is very predatory behavior. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying people are wrong for having what's natural to them. I'm a very reasonable person. There is a way you do things.
And made it like, oh, okay, look, man, look at her titty. Where you was doing it for, like, breastfeeding is good. She took it for, let me make it sexual, and everybody look what she got going on. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what she did. But you know what? Now I can get on Facebook and see what in the world.
Big O said smile and he'll give me some money.
Yeah, Big O lying.
Oh, he'll give it. I'm just saying, Queen, that if I had my wife, I would tell my wife, you cover up when you're breastfeeding because men are pigs. Simple.
Okay, so let me tell you why I wasn't. Let me tell you why let me tell you why I wasn't covered.
And I'll be right
My
back.
baby was born in April.
Mhm.
I live in Georgia.
Oh
It's
yeah,
hot as
gotcha.
in Georgia. When I put the cover over the baby,
Oh yeah,
I felt something wet.
yeah.
So
That ain't
I
good.
lifted the cover and looked, and my baby was covered in sweat.
Oh yeah, not good. Not good.
I had to think, if I don't, when I eat dinner, I don't put a blanket over my head to eat.
That's
Why
right.
the baby got to eat with a blanket over their head? If a human cannot understand that though you may be attracted to this ain't the time nor the place.
Yep.
That's something else. You know, that's beyond you should we live in a civilized society. We not savages.
Mhm.
Now if we was still living in a savage nature, that's a different situation.
I
But
got you.
we live in a civilized society. You as a civilized human being should process it. This is a breastfeeding mother. Let me divert my attention elsewhere.
Yes, yes. I did. I turned my head when I saw my
So
sister-in-law.
basically,
I turned
lowering
my
your
head
gaze.
basically.
If you don't, sorry, as I say, it's basically like lowering your gaze. If you have, if you don't feel shame for the person, at least feel shame for yourself. You know how embarrassing that is, right? So I always, for me, I always remember. I'm different. I'm saying for me, I always remember God as well. So for me, every time. I always remember God is watching me, and if I did do that, I feel shame and guilt because I don't want to disappoint God. So anything I do that disappoints God, I will do it for forgiveness, but I always have to lower my gaze because I was taught to. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
No,
Be brave said that men are, naturally hoes. But be brave. Young Reese is a virgin at 21. How do you feel about that?
who is a virgin?
Me,
Oh, well, you're not trying. Bless your heart. You want to? Do you want to? Do you want
no,
to?
that's because
No,
I
wait.
have a faith. It's a faith reason, man.
No,
That's what you
wait.
don't understand.
Okay, I got the faith thing, but the
Hold on,
faith
be brave.
makes you.
Right quick. Thanks, Big O, for the cash out. Hey, I'll smile as much as you want me
Shut
to.
up! Big
Okay,
O got you some money? Big O, I'm a tail room cycle.
go ahead, be brave. What was you gonna say?
No, that your faith keeps you from trying. I'm not whatever means. Somebody that doesn't want sex at 21 just simply isn't trying to get it. Which there's a million very good reasons not to. So I'm not saying anything bad about men being pigs or it's just natural. And I'm not saying anything about anybody that wants to be a virgin, whether it's male or female, for 100 different reasons. It's all probably good reasons for their life. There's nothing wrong with it at all. No, sex is the most wonderful thing known to man and God. We have filthed it up. We have turned it into a materialistic commercial thing, and so now nobody really appreciates the beauty of it. So I get it. I mean, no. It's so
Uh-huh.
there's that somebody's a virgin is whether it's a man or a female. I mean, there's 1,000 good reasons for it, and I bet you most of them are damn good reasons. I mean, I would never fault somebody for being a virgin at 21. I'm just saying you're not trying because you can sure get it if you want it.
And
Can
be
y'all
brave.
see that?
An avocado?
What's that?
It look like it's a tree on my avocado.
That's beautiful. Big
I know,
brave.
right? I'm finna eat the hell out of this.
I hear a lot of men in these spaces saying that women get more sex than men. That it's easier for a woman to have sex than men. Do you believe
Yeah,
that?
cause men is fat. Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Men
You
some
believe
hoes.
that women get more sex than men?
I
Hell
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if they get. I would say let me say this. I've always told young men, because you see young men in the workplace and stuff like that, and I'm around them, and I see them acting like they're players and stuff when they're married. And I'm saying, do you
Big dog, listen up.
yeah, do you realize how quickly your wife could cheat on you, you dumbass, if she wanted to? And I ask them, do you realize she would probably cry if she seen you doing this in the workplace, you dumbass? Because I challenge them. They think that because we had just devalued the monogamy and the beauty of sex between two people. And no, I think women can get sex way quicker than men. Anytime they want it, they could get it. Now, whether they do or not more, I'm thinking these days, my guess is, I don't know about more, they're equal, but one thing is for sure, if they want it, they can get it way quicker than a man can.
Really?
And I'm not, yes, not even just a little bit quicker. I'm saying a woman can wink and have a man in the broom closet nailing her ass. A man's got to jump through hoops. Even if she's gonna do him, she makes him jump through hoops, which is natural. You know, so no. So I don't know if they're getting it more. I would say in this day and age,
Janet Jackson, she said, anytime, any place. She want to fool around, okay? The women be letting you know, girl, it ain't hard to get no pennies.
Not at all.
I guess if you
you can get a penis anywhere. I can walk outside right now and I'm gonna knock on a random door and be like, let me get them draws, and they gonna give them to me.
Well, now hold on. Wait a minute. There's a small percentage of us men, and I am one of them, that when I'm in a monogamous relationship, I make sure I'm with a woman that can keep my fantasies going. That way, I have turned down many offers, outright offers. I've turned them down. So don't get me wrong on that. There are men that can go, whoa. You know, the more handsome you are, the more offers you get. And I'm saying, no. There's many men that can go, no, thank you. But all in all, a woman can still, pretty fast. You can get it.
Is it hard to say no?
No, not when the woman is treating me so nice and so doing what I want. I don't have weird fantasies, but anything I want her to do, I ask her and she does it. You know, she just, you know, if I had a little lady that used to, I don't want to get vulgar, but when she wasn't in the sexual mood and she was getting in the shower, she would ask me if I wanted to pleasure myself on her. Just little shit. They do everything for me. They did everything for me. I said, no, I'm not cheating on that woman. It's not hard at all to understand that I've got a woman that just really treats me very well in my hand. Why in the hell would I go out here and play in the field when I already have what makes my life heaven?
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You need to be a part of this manosphere talk so you can give the opposition view, because I mean, a lot of men are saying they're gonna take it if you throw it at them. You know, the women need to be the ones to close their legs when I feel like the man is the poker. You know, just like I can close my legs, you need to put your wee-wee away. I mean, it's an equal playing field.
It is, and I think I think in no uncertain terms when a man says, if a woman throws it my way, I'm taking it. He is under, and when I say mental illness, I mean a lot of mental illness can be cured very quickly. I'm not talking about something forever and sustaining, but I'm saying if a man says something stupid that's with a good woman, and he says, no matter if a woman throws it my way, I'm taking it, he's got something. He's mentally ill at that time in his life. He ain't thinking straight. He ain't only just not thinking straight, he's completely fucking confused.
So
he ain't grown.
It's worse than that. No, you're letting him off the hook with saying he ain't grown. There's something real fucked up in his head.
Okay, so let's talk about being black. Let's talk about how women are sexual predators. Let's talk about how a lot of these boys are exposed to sex from women 16 and up when they 11, 12 years old. Let's talk about that's an unhealthy relationship with sex.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing in the white community, but it's still, once a kid hits a certain age in the white community, that young man is sought after too. Trust me, I've had my sister's friends and stuff, you know, when I was young, didn't even know what to do. You know, I wouldn't have known what to do.
I mean, but still, they don't get to mature into their adulthood. Yeah. That's why a lot of these men can't get along with the women whatsoever. Well, because they was sexually violated by a woman when they was little boys. Right. But that ain't a conversation we want to have. You know, we just want to talk about how shitty. I'm not letting them off the hook. That's where their sexual development is. It's where it got stuck.
And you're right.
They had cougar cooch before they even had the opportunity to lose their virginity in any kind of way that they would choose. Because when you're a child, you don't get to make them type of choice.
Yeah, you're right, and so did I as a young man. I was a very attractive young man, and I didn't know what to do with it, and it was thrown at me. But I'm not blaming that for anything. That's bullshit. See, I'm still saying, Queen, you're letting them off the hook when you say it's a matter of not being grown. There's something severely wrong with a man that has a woman giving him everything, and they're in a monogamous relationship, committed, supposedly be wrapped around, revolving around integrity, and he says something as stupid as like, but if she throws it at me, I'm gonna take it. No, there's something wrong with that man, and it ain't got nothing to do with being grown, and it's got nothing to do with how sexual he was or able to be as a young man. Ain't nobody pulling bullshit over my eyes. I've been through it all, and I'm going, and I still know what it's like to say, no, thank you. I've got a woman that's treating me like a king over here. I think I'll just stay here because that's a very healthy place for me to be in life. But I don't.
Black folks need therapy.
I'm
not holding black men to the same standard that I would hold other races of men. I'm not. I'll finish.
You hold black men at a higher standard or a lower standard?
I don't hold them at a higher or lower standard. I hold them at an equal standard, but understanding the nuances of what it is to be black. If I know that a lot of our boys are sexually molested and can't talk about it because of society, because of a man say, this happened to me as a child, man, you shouldn't enjoy that. I actually had a 50-something-year-old man really in his feelings and upset because none of the grown women gave him any tail, but all the boys around him was giddy.
Oh.
He really felt like a disservice was done to him. Not realizing that you was not sexually abused, fool.
Right.
But yeah, that do something to the psyche. Black people need therapy. We need therapy from people that understand what it is to be black in an American society. I'm not going to sit up there and say that that's bullshit, because just as a woman gets sexually assaulted and go through different changes and stunted growth and development, so do these boys. Top it off with the fact they ain't got no damn daddy.
Yeah, that's bad.
Black people need therapy.
When I was a young man getting played with, my dad was a drunk, but he was around. He wasn't offering any information as far as life, but he was around. And this is a horrible reality of this. Women have a rougher time with very young sexual predators because they're the softer sex. They're the ones that are gentle and kind and loving. When I was young and I had them women hitting on me or playing with me or trying to, I never felt bad. I loved it. It didn't affect. When I was older, I never thought, oh God, if only that didn't happen. I think back on fond memories. So, I mean, you got to understand the two sexes too in this. The women are the gentle creatures. That's why it's worse, much worse for them at a young age to be the victim of a predator. Men, it's like water. A woman hitting on a young man can never be a bad thing for us. It just can't. Now, if it can screw you, it can screw you up.
That's a lie.
No, hold it. It can screw you up. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it. It can screw you up and be a bad thing as far as your outcome. But as far as your internal function, it can throw you off a little. But no man feel traumatized when a woman takes her breast out for him to look at. It don't happen.
What?
Well, my sister's friends and stuff like that. I'm telling you, yeah, you got flashing and offers, and in the house, no adults home. We're all about 13, 14. Boom, a woman flashes you, and I'm going, oh, poor me. No, that didn't happen.
This is why. Okay, that's why.
I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm just saying it's not near as traumatic for a man. Please understand what I'm saying. It's not near as traumatic for a man as it is for a woman to be a victim.
You can say that until you turn purple in the face. But we got men that have unhealthy relationships with women, especially sexually. Yeah, it does fuck with them. It fucks them up. It makes it harder for them to develop with the women that's on their same peer groups.
Well,
you have an unhealthy relationship with sex. You have men that's constantly chasing sex. Why are you chasing sex like that? Because your ass was sexually exposed to sex at an age you shouldn't have been exposed to sex. Yes, there are differences between men and women, and how it manifests is very different as well. That's why there's a difference in the sex. It's not just men just like sex, because let's be honest, biologically, women can have sex a lot more and a lot longer than a man can.
Yep.
Three
Okay, well,
times, y'all pretty much done.
Yep.
go ahead,
A
Reese.
woman can keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny.
I'm waiting.
So it ain't that much sex in the world that they get. When they get abused as young boys, that affects them as men.
You're letting them
Okay,
off
this
the.
is
You're
the
letting them
question.
off the
Yeah,
hook.
but
Before
That's,
y'all move
to
on,
me,
before y'all move on,
I think it's wrong. Period. In a way, like that type of abuse is wrong. Period. Regardless of what the gender is, it's not just about it. It's not just when it happens. It's also after what it happens as well. How it affects their mind anyway. Though, like they can carry, even if they don't tell anyone, they can carry that type of thing in their mind for years. Though, and if they don't deal with it, and that something is done.
so that is my question. If a boy was molested by another boy, um, at the age of, let's say 3, 4, at a young age, do you think that boy has any chance to grow up straight,
Who
or
you
do you
No.
asking?
want to play in the homosexual field?
okay.
Who you asking?
I'll
All
answer
of them.
first. I'll answer first. I don't know anything about those stats, Tyranny. I gotta admit, I don't know anything about those stats. What I'm referring to is kids at puberty or above or near it, sexualizing each other, and heterosexually, not homosexually, heterosexually sexualizing each other. That's what I'm talking about. That's where I'm
Okay.
saying there ain't no young 12-year-old dude that's going to be traumatized from a woman showing him her breast. It may not be good, but it's not trauma. And
Right.
but I don't know about. My guess would
I'm
be,
asking you as a man,
yeah.
do you think that a young boy that has been touched like that, or molested at a young age, do you think he's going to grow up and play in the homosexual field?
I would think at 3 years old, it's too early for him to make a decision, regardless of what happened to him.
So you don't think it's going to play in his mental or on his flesh? You think he'll get over it, or do you
Look,
think
there are millions of men that have gotten over it. Millions upon millions upon millions of men that have gotten over a man touching them when they were young.
I beg to differ. It's not like I've gone through it, but I think to me it's like that type of thing. They can get over, like they can move on in a way, but they can forget. No, they can what you call it. That's it. So they can actually move past it and get over it in a way, but that type of experience sticks with them, and they will try to. If they've managed to deal with it, they will find a way to navigate through it and not to let it happen again. But if they don't, then that's even worse.
And there's the key that you just said. They'll find a way to navigate through it. That's all of life. That's every damn dirty, filthy area of life. Navigate through the bullshit that hits you right between the eyes. That's all of life. And so that's why I'm saying, of course, they're never going to forget it unless they're real young. God, how sick. But they're never going to actually forget it. But
Right.
it's like they get over it, millions upon millions, because it's as filthy as it was. You gotta get on with life, and sexuality, even among the sickos, is still that damn human urge that is sick. It's the damn human urge. So heterosexually, we mess ourselves up with the sexual urge. So when somebody goes off the rail and becomes a complete sick pervert, the sexuality is going to tear him to pieces. But the victim, millions and millions of them they don't even think about it anymore. And if they think back, they thank God that they got over it, and it's no big deal. There's people. I mean, I shouldn't say it's no big deal at the time. Please, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's just you go on with life. You're putting too much. I think you're worrying too much about it to the extent that you would forget to repair the here and now, is what I'm saying. It's the here and now at all walks of life that you have to maintain and repair and keep your mind going. The here and now. That's all that matters. And that's what a lot of good people, millions upon millions, are very good at doing.
Queen, what did you think? Because I know you wanted to make a comment about this too. How do you feel? Is there a chance, or will they dabble in it?
I think it's gonna depend on the person.
Yeah.
I don't think you could just outright say this is naturally what they're going to do. Like, I was sexually assaulted by a woman. I was 5 years old. You know, that's why a lot of these conversations people have, I got life experience to say otherwise. That's when I be like, when they say, "Whoa, women is no, women just is evil as they pay men out to be."
And that's why you have that view, because you've seen it, you've witnessed it,
I witnessed it. I have listened to. I watched some women tell me that a 17-year-old boy was responsible for 40-year-old women sleeping with him.
A 17-year-old boy was responsible.
17-year-old boy. There was a woman. She had a 17-year-old son, and his sister said to me, "Oh, yeah, he be sleeping with my mama friends."
Okay, be brave, Reese. Do y'all think that that's trauma for a 17-year-old boy to sleep with a 40-year-old woman?
No.
Or do you think that's
No. I think it can be in a way. Like if you, I think so. It can be depending how it is. If he was forced into it, then yes, full trauma. But if it was like, I'm not saying it's right, but if he agreed, then yeah, he's responsible in that aspect. But if he was forced into it, pressured into it, then fully, absolutely.
He can't be nothing but pressured into it. That's a grown ass woman.
Oh, Queen, come on.
See?
That's a grown ass woman. He can't help but you live with women. Women tell you what to do. You are a teenage boy and you got a grown woman. Come here, boy, let me show you something. What?
Okay, let me make this very clear.
I understand what you're saying now. After when you explained it in that sense, I've got it now. Yes, it can be.
Let me make it very clear. We all have, it's obvious because we're all born moral philosophers, every last human. A lot of us just say to hell with it at a very early age. But you can have, we all have a certain formula that's best. Yes, of course. But I'm telling you, a 17-year-old male sleeping with a 40-year-old woman isn't the best thing. But that boy ain't traumatized. He's not.
I don't give a damn what you sitting up here talking about. When the outcome of the situation ain't good, then that means it created a problem. Okay, so we not finna sit up here and act like it's okay for grown ass women to be sleeping with little boys. Just like it ain't okay for no grown ass man to be sitting up there sleeping with little girls. Leave the fucking children alone.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Right. But the point is it didn't wreck the young boy's life, is my point.
No, the point is leave the motherfucking kids alone.
That's true. I agree. I said that's.
Ain't no other points outside of that. I don't give a fuck whether he like it or not. Ain't no grown ass woman got no business sleeping with no child.
Well, you don't get to wipe out human nature when discussing moral philosophy. You don't get to wipe out human nature, is my point.
Yeah, still is not an excuse either way. So pretty much to me,
we live in a civilized society. Now we all voting that we going back to be savages. Then fuck it.
No.
Fine. Everybody do what the fuck you want to do. But we live in a civilized society. The last time I checked, leave the fucking children alone.
Okay, so with that, well, what y'all are saying, how do y'all think this is turning people out? Let me just play it right quick.
Detailed in their June uterus transplants for biological men on your dime. That's what the American Medical Association detailed in their June journal, making ethical arguments for the procedure. Our next guest says the AMA should focus on real medical crises like the regret rate of children who undergo transitioning surgeries. Fox News medical contributor Dr. Marty Makary joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So what are your concerns after reading this article?
Well, first of all, we have been doing in medicine uterus transplants in patients who have no uterus at birth or had uterine cancer. There's been about 25 done, mostly at Baylor. And these are done for women who struggle with infertility for good medical reasons. But now there's a movement within the American Medical Association to say, let's do this in biologic men or biologic men who identify as women. If you remember, for decades,
okay, before I continue. So women have been getting these transplants because maybe there's something wrong with, what's going on with their uterus. Because America is so sick and it is no longer ran by man, but it is ran by Lucifer and his companions. Now they're saying that they want to put uterus in men. What do y'all think about this, bro?
First of all, tyranny, I think we've been run by anything close to Lucifer for the full time we've been a country, for 300 years. You said just lately. Nah. From my research, we've been under the control of this powerful people, these very globally rich people for hundreds and hundreds of years. But okay, so here you got a guy. Here you got some people that are wanting to transplant a uterus in a man, and the lady jumps off. I don't know if she was defending it or not. A woman didn't have a uterus. Well, but she makes eggs and she makes things, so the rest of her works. So it only makes sense to try to put in the last final apparatus that she needs. That makes sense if it was successful. Now, when you put that in a man, that man can't make eggs. This is another obvious attack on our human existence. They're changing us, and they're not changing.
What's the point of putting a uterus in a man if he can't get eggs? What's the point of that then?
Decay, social decay. That's what I'm saying. People aren't taking these bastards, these global, these people that own the planet. They're not taking them serious enough. And it's one thing not to take them serious when you really didn't have the information 60 years ago. When you've got all of this information available to you now for the last 20 years, and I seen it before the internet when I was reading in the library, I said, we're screwed. And now the internet's here, so you've got volumes of information for people not to understand that this is an attempt at decay of the human existence, but they assign it to left or right. That is so childish. The left makes me sick. Right, the right makes me sick because they stay in their little sandbox too. But this is decay. That's the intention. Decay of the human existence for easier manipulative control.
Wow. So my girl in the chat said, Miss Quita, he would no longer be able to have children with the uterus. So you're right. The decaying of the human race is at an all-time high. Wow. And I know you guys, I don't know if you know, Reese, but there was these Georgia Guidestones with the 10 new commandments, really. And I think it's number 8 or number 1. I think it's number 1, where they want to have no more than 5 billion people or like that on the planet. 500
million. One half of 1 billion.
There's no way in hell to only have 500 million people on the planet.
Well, now you could do it if you engineer it over 100 years and you want to really do it, and you do it in a nice way. It could be done, tyranny, but it's not going to be done in a nice way, and they're not ever going to get it down to 500 million. That's just the Georgia Guidestones was put up for to make us think we caught them. We ain't caught nobody. Right here, Georgia Guidestones. No. We don't know the half of these shit, the half of the stuff these people got planned, what they're doing. They just put these up to make us think that maybe we're onto something and maybe we can reverse this. That gives you hope of reversing it. That's why they plant shit all through this decay process that they set up. Like right now, the head of the National Institute of Health in America is a transgendered old man. Did you know that?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, the head of the National Institute of America, the most important organization in America is the National Institute of Health in this civilized nation, and the head of it is an old transgender small hat. Transgender. So I mean, it never stops. The things that they're pushing. It's not. We got to get over it. I'm not saying we can change it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying as a society, can't we just catch on to it eventually? Because we're not catching on.
We're not catching on because there's too much television in our face. And what people don't realize is that they say Hitler's the one that created this whole MK Ultra thing. But ever since 1950, since TV was created, marriages has gone down, homosexuality has gone up. Do what thou wilt is now the whole of the law, and people just don't give a damn. And I think it's crazy how nobody, not gonna say nobody, but there's a minimum people knowing what's going on and doing something about it. See, I know in this community, we talk about women with children. The only way for me to fix the world is to have children so that we can raise them up to be the very opposite that the world wants them to be, right? You know, God needs his soldiers. So if we're going to fight for God and what he has stand for, even you're not a Christian, I'm not a Christian, okay? Because we know where that comes from, you know? But even if we want the laws and the lands to get back to where it used to be, we have to have an army of people on the same, you know, playing field. And I feel like we need to have more children. That's where they're trying to kill us at, so let's give them what they don't want, which is children. That's
Yeah,
how I
that is true. I agree with you, though. I mean, I would, in the future, for me, I'd probably have maybe 4 or 5 kids if I wanted to. So yeah, I agree. I'd agree. Yeah.
Tyranny, I think let me be the harbinger of horrible news. We ain't changing nothing. We ain't changing nothing, Tyranny. You could have people thinking right. You could have them catching on. That's why I cuss people out. I don't cuss people out because they don't get it. I cuss people out because they are living in a dream world as opposed to getting it. If they just lived neutral, it wouldn't bother me. But to not get this obvious attempt at decaying and knocking us to pieces and where it's coming from, as opposed to the Democrats or the Republicans, if they would just stay out of it, I would respect them more than trying to push everybody, oh, we got to vote Republican and everything will be just fine. I'm going,
Do you believe that we should vote?
Yes, because
Why?
because the puppets that they put in front of us are the indication of where they're going to take us. They bring Biden in and they take us into la la land stupid liberalism, and they do that with every Democrat president that comes in. Then they
Yeah,
put
that's kind of true anyways, because of Biden in a way, you know,
no,
like
don't defend, or I'm not defending
I'm not
Biden.
different.
And I'm not
No,
for
I
it.
agree.
Let me finish this statement. They bring the
Sorry.
Democrats in. I'm sorry. They bring the Democrats in to bring about social change. It's always decay. And then they bring the Republicans in to slow that process down so we don't catch on. The Republicans are the gatekeepers of decay because the Republicans are the ones that go, well, we're not doing this anymore. And I'm saying, hey, dummy, what the Democrats did isn't being reversed either. And then when they bring the Democrat back in, they pick up where they left off with the decay. And the Republicans did nothing about it other than wait in the wings for the corporate machine, I call them, to bring the Republicans back out and calm us down and give us relief. It's a relief. The Republicans are the relief valve of social decay. The Republicans make us think it's stopped, and it's not.
So why vote? Hold on, hear me out. Why vote for the person that they're just putting in office to do their agenda? I think the biggest message from Americans would not to vote at all. That's literally us saying we don't agree with who you're putting in front of us, and we don't want either one.
I would agree with that.
They come up with this. I don't listen in the black community. Hold on, let me show Be Brave this right quick, because they come up with this mimic every single year, and it's always something stupid and crazy to get black people specifically to vote. I don't know why they want us to vote so much when they don't give a damn what we're talking about anyways. But hold on, Be Brave. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is just an example of one of the things that they come up with black people every damn year to go and freaking vote.
No, I've seen this 100 times.
Voting season, bruh.
Now voting, now loving. Now voting, now touching. Now voting, now nothing.
It's really said no voting, no bucking. This is a homosexual man. A homosexual man. And they come out with this stupid stuff every year to try to get black people to vote. So my philosophy is, if you guys are pushing us so hard to vote on some stupid shit, stop voting.
So I should have made clear that when I said, if you vote, I want them to bring Trump in for my favorite clown. He's my favorite puppet. I should have made clear, though, because you are right, Tyranny. I should have made clear, because I've always said it. If you don't vote, you're not doing any harm. You're not doing any harm. I'm just saying, I want to go where the corporate machine wants to take us, because I want the relief to happen that they're going to let us have. and that's what I want to happen. But you are so correct, Tyranny. If you
Yeah.
don't vote, you're not causing a problem. It doesn't matter. They're going to do what they do. So you are absolutely correct in saying don't vote. I'm just making the case, the little bitty last bit of case for why you wouldn't, if the corporate machine's bringing in their puppet to give us relief, we may want to make it, okay, let's bring him in and let us at least get some air before more liberalism hits. But you're right, Tyranny. I agree. If you don't vote, you are okay. It makes sense not to vote. It makes sense not to vote. It does.
Queen, how do you feel about it? How you first off this motherfucker, no voting, no fucking. How do you feel about this, bro?
That shit was lit.
It was what?
Please stop the cap talking about it was lit. Stop the cap.
Yeah, what? Girl, he had them nails on. You know, that beat was fire. Like, yeah, that was a bop. No?
Queen is joking
No.
with you guys, okay? Just so you know, she don't mean it.
So let me say something. Let me say something. Oh, go ahead, Queen.
No, they wrong for that. But I mean, you know, it was great marketing. Great.
Was it great marketing?
Hell yeah, we love gay niggas. We love them.
It was great.
The black vote went up because of it?
I think some people went to go vote, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, a lot of
I do.
Yeah, a lot of gays that weren't voting voted. You can bet on that.
Really?
Oh yeah, a lot of gays said that they'll do that for us. We got to pay them back and vote. But here's the funny thing about that ad, and I've seen a plain sense. The conservatives don't do anything like as sexually disgusting as that, but the conservatives do stuff just as stupid. I can't.
Okay, give me an example. Let me pull it up because you know we're not over there on that conservative side. So give me an example.
Okay. Oh, what have I seen? What have I seen that really bothered? Well, the conservatives they simply talk about: do you want the wall? Do you want illegal immigration to stop? Do you want to protect your right to bear arms? Which I'm a gun owner. You want to, this and that, and they give us all these things that they never do anything about, and we still fall for it every election season. So this is degeneracy in my opinion, but it's not anymore an indication of collective insanity than what the conservatives get fed. Not in sexual degeneracy, but the conservatives get fed collective insanity by hopes, and they buy into it.
YouTube, you have something I can look up and see because we don't know that side.
I'm computer illiterate. I've never even had a charge card in my life or nothing. I got my first cell phone 2 years ago. And I got my first land phone. I've had a land phone until I was 66. So no, I don't. There's 1,000 things you can bring up, Tyranny. Trust me. I've seen them all the time because every time I see them, they make me sick. It's like they're doing it again, and nothing ever changes. They're doing it again.
Yeah,
and I just remember saying over 50 times through my life or 100 times through my life, God damn it, they're doing it again. And these conservatives are following, going, yay, yay. I'm going, oh, shut up. So I if I looked, I could find them.
But I mean, in a way, that is kind of true. I get you, but I'm saying, like sometimes, the decisions that is made as well also affects UK as well, basically, because in a way, UK is technically tied to the US economy in a way. So if you guys aren't doing so good, we're not doing so good either.
Yeah. Oh, we're still doing great as an economy. But go ahead.
Let's look at what Be Brave is talking about.
There is an inferno raging in Washington.
Swamp Captain Mitch McConnell has created millions of jobs for China people.
Then Mr. Trump said,
Wait. They created millions of jobs for China people. Hold on, y'all. Listen to this. Wait.
There is an inferno raging in Washington.
Swamp Captain Mitch McConnell has created millions of jobs for China people.
Stop
then
it right
Mr.
there.
Trump's.
That's right there is a good example. Thank you, Tyranny. You're good at this, Tyranny. I would never have thought of that commercial. I don't know if I've seen it. They're creating millions of jobs for China, and we're going to stop them. And when Trump gets in, there's going to be 1 million more jobs created for China.
Absolutely.
They're not stopping it. So thank you, Tyranny. You made my point so well. That is as sick as that no voting, no vucking. It's just as sick. It's just as sick.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Said, you're fired. I love that part.
Okay.
I'm Levi Tilleman. Washington needs more doers and innovators.
What was that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
Town halls anymore with constituents.
Together America works. Together America works. Together America works. Together America works.
You've lost that centrist feeling, 'cause you've been right-wing appealing.
It's incredibly painful. And now I just can't see anything.
You wanna race, gotta make a lane. Wanna make a difference, gotta make a change. Got these? Got these? Got these? Got these?
We have a bold agenda. A vagenda.
I absolutely refuse to bow down.
You heard that, Queen? A vagenda. This is different. See, I mean, this is stuff we don't see. This stuff, man. Let's continue.
Jake, young man interested in one of my daughters.
Sir. That's me, shooting the cap and trade bill. Now the threat is Patrick Morrissey's lawsuit. He is just dead wrong, and that ain't going to happen.
Whoa.
I support the Second Amendment.
Bill Ray running for Congress.
Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall. His China family has given him tens of millions of dollars.
We've got the deportation bus.
The deportation
bus. That looks like the bus you go to prison in. Okay.
Yeah. So there you have it. I mean, the Republicans in their ads are sick. They don't say anything that counts. I do like the only thing I want Republicans in for, and not that they're holding it, because when the corporate machine wants to take away our rights to the Second Amendment, the rights to own guns, they'll just stop making ammo. They don't have to take away your gun. But that's the only thing I uphold. The conservatives, I'll give them credit for. They are staunch. They allow a man to own a gun in his home so he can blow the face off an intruder. But other than that, nothing changes. Nobody's coming after the Second Amendment. The liberals don't. The liberals always bring it up. We got it. Nothing ever happens.
You have a point about the gun. If they take away guns, then you replace it with knives instead. So basically, in UK, mostly guns are mostly illegal to own. So you can't own, unless for certain reasons, unless it's for hunting and stuff like that. Basically, guns are illegal in UK. So instead, there's like knife and acid problems instead of gun problems. Yeah. So I think like in South London or something like that, guns are, taken in illegally. So, they just take illegal guns instead of legal ones.
Well, if they allow you to have a gun for hunting, I would hang on to that for dear life, and I think everybody that can should get a gun, even if they don't want to keep ammunition with it for the sake of family safety. Get you a double-barrel shotgun. Get you a pump shotgun in London, because that is a home protection. If that's all you're allowed to own, I'm owning it. I'll tell you that. No, you can't carry it in public very well, but you can sure protect your home still. So I would say that. Yeah, no, it's both sides. What gets me about the no voting, no fucking is the Democrats, because I'm an old liberal long and back, I was a liberal back when liberals said wages have to be kept up with. Housing is a right for people. And we supply that in America. We supply housing. So we're good there. Healthcare is a right. We don't talk like it's a right, but it's a right in America. We know damn well somebody takes their child to the emergency room that they're going to get a broken arm. They aren't going to be sent away with a couple of sticks and strings tied around it. So we've got that. Old liberals just used to be healthcare is a right, housing is a right, gun rights used to be in the platform, and food safety and food. So old liberals used to really be on track of what the dignity of humanity is about. And then they changed that because since old liberals were on what the human dignity is about and very good at it, they had to start making liberals look crazy, and they did just that. I disassociated from liberal 85. They started talking silly. When they said they didn't want guns anymore, I said, I'm done. I can't even imagine not owning a gun out in the country. I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
If nothing else, a damn bear. You know what I mean? Or a
Yeah.
goddamn Wolverine. Or a rabid Wolverine.
You could definitely use a gun to protect your home, and that seems this is what they're doing, is to take away protections of the Americans so that the government can do what they want. Do what thy wilt is the whole of Aleister Crowley's law. So that's just what they want to do.
And that's what that commercial's about, is destroying liberalism. They had to destroy liberalism because they knew they could always rely on Republicans to be hard-nosed. God damn it. God damn it, boy. They always know they can, and that part of Republicanism isn't a horrible thing. Get up and go to work. Take care of your family. Do something for yourself. See, that's the good part of Republicans, but they go crazy and say shit like, well, healthcare ain't a right. That's when Republicans, I'm going, oh, shut up. God, shut up. Healthcare ain't a right. You know how many times I've asked conservatives, I said, if a 13-year-old boy has 2 crackheads for parents and he's got a tumor that's going to cost $50,000 to cut out to save his life, should the taxpayers pick up that and take that tumor out, or shouldn't they? Every conservative, unless they lie, says, well, no, the taxpayers should take it out. And I'm saying that's because you know it's a right. And they won't even admit it. And that's the same thing with liberals. When I talk to liberals out in the, say if you're liberals, they hate guns. Well, if you're out in your brother's house out in the country and somebody's kicking in your door, and they're not, and it's a good house, so they can't kick it in, but you know where a shotgun's at as a liberal, and you got your kids there with you, you're going to go get that shotgun.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Then you think guns are a right. See, both
that is a good point.
of them deny all logic. Hold it. Both of them deny all logic so as to cling purely to their hypnotized ideology that the corporate machine feeds them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, usually I just go over like the news first thing in the morning. Let me just go through this a little bit quickly with the transgender woman. So it says a charity for a disease that can cause serious pain and pregnancy complications for females. I like how they said females, has appointed a transgender woman to be CEO. The ESC is described as an inclusive charity set up to support those diagnosed with endometriosis or adenomyosis. Lord, these 2 diseases occur when tissue similar to the lining in the uterus grows outside of the uterus, yada, yada, yada. Richards described herself as an intersectional feminist and human rights activist, previously working at Portsmouth Labor Women's and LGBTQ officer. I mean, this is the slap in female's face. I love how they said female. This is the person that is now over the rights of women, pretty much, and this is just crazy.
Well, you know nobody agrees with a tyranny. That's what's really. That's why I say people aren't catching on to the seriousness of the engineered decay.
I mean, something
They're
very
not catching on.
And we know it's not just something, but this is absolutely sinister. This world, you know, the moment that these people came out with the show called Lucifer, you know that the world was going down the drain. And I heard so many, when I was in school or in class, the teacher, you know, a Caucasian lady, she was cool, man, but she was just like, you know, I like the show Lucifer. She was a Christian. She's like, I like the show. Yeah, she was just like, well, it kind of lets you know that he's not a bad guy, and it was just really just a misunderstanding. And I'm like, that is the propaganda.
How old were you?
This was just like last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know.
So she was talking to adults then.
Yes, she was speaking with us adults.
Thank God, Jesus. Okay.
Yes, and she, you know, I was telling her that that's propaganda, and she was like, "Well, it's funny and it kind of lightens you." And no, that's the work of the enemy. It's funny. It's trying to make you think that this stuff is okay and don't take it so hardcore. But you as an adult, sure, but I have children, and I look for my children's future and what they're looking forward to. And You know, a lot of people say, well, change the channel, but when the devil is in the commercials, there's no such thing as just changing the channel. You
That's why
know,
I don't watch TV. I haven't watched it in a long time. I do watch old comedies, but all they're doing, and you're exactly right, Tierney. But here's what they're little bitty fires they like. Choop, 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 little bitty
I
ones.
probably
But right now
I
they're at the
only have a TV for games basically, and I only have like only for sports and only for games. That's it for me. Basically, I don't have like a cable box anymore. I got rid of that ages ago. For now, all I do is just watch stuff online. That's it. I stream stuff now
But what they
because
do is
it's expensive.
they like to
UK is a bit different. UK is a bit different. It's a bit more regulated. Certain ads are banned at certain times.
They light little bitty fires over the years. Right now, what they've done is the equivalent is like, say they're in your yard and they light this little brush fire in your back corner, or they light your little barrel fire, or they light this little brush fire in the middle of your yard. Right now, where they're at is they done set the goddamn house on fire, and we're still not catching on.
right? We're still not catching on.
And that's why I say, forget it. Live your life. Don't worry about them. Live your life. You ain't changing nothing. They've got everybody hypnotized. It's like if you're on the outside, I always say, take the red pill, wake up, and enjoy the show, but you cannot change the script. That's how you live your life. I decided that 30 years ago when I read, way before the internet. When I went to the library and I actually looked into things, I said, oh, shit. I said, if half of this is true, we've been screwed for hundreds of years.
This is true. We have been screwed for hundreds of years.
We
just
have
been
been.
trying to live our life.
Yes.
This right here is another part of screwing us for hundreds of years. Black Entertainment, what was it? Black Information Network. George Floyd book authors barred from discussing systemic racism at school. So, I mean, they're coming up with a whole nother language. They're coming up with a whole nother narrative. The world doesn't want us to know that racism ever existed. All it wants us to know is just to live gay and free and do whatever you want. You know, we cannot do that. If we're going to live life, we have to know that the soils that we're living on come from the blood of a lot of my ancestors. You know, we can't just live in a fairy tale world or you'll never know the truth.
There's nothing wrong. That's an area where the truth is valuable, but tyranny. They're feeding the decay with trying to push what happened in the past. They're feeding the liberal decay and the liberal monsters with that. Now, here's why I say that. Because over the last, I remember the civil rights movements. I remember when whites said, whoa, these blacks ain't messing around. And I was happy. I liked it. I said, good. Now get that in your head. Ain't nobody going to walk up a black man and tell him to walk around me, boy, anymore. That's over. We got that. We got that 60, 70 years ago. What's happened is a lot of whites have caught on tyranny, and now they're still trying to bring up the past as if those whites that have no control over anything can do anything. And see, now this is my white side coming out. Tyranny. I can't do nothing about that. I can't do anything. I know it exists. Intelligent people know what happened. The idiots, it don't matter to educate them because they're worthless anyway. Whites know what we did. Every last damn one of them almost. I remember Jim Crow a little bit. But here's the thing. I can't do anything about it right now. So if you're going to hang on to the past as a punishment, you've got to own up to that agenda. If you're going to hang on to the past as revenge, you have to hang on to that agenda. Because if you bring up the past as in like, yeah, but you know what? We understand you're a bunch of powerless ass dumbasses too, so we ain't going to hold it against you. If I was black, that would be my statement. I would say, look.
This is the issue. You say hold on to the past, but the past happened yesterday. And it's not fair for us to say, let it go, when another black man is being hung on a tree. With every season, every October, November, December, January, they're murdering us and getting away with it. There were things that happened less than 365 days ago. But y'all, not y'all, but your people are telling us to move around. We can't do that when you won't let us. We can't do that when another police officer who's part of the KKK kills someone just for an initiation. Like, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Be brave. Black people, more than any other race, want to get over the past. We do. We want to move on. But
I disagree.
We can't.
I disagree. Listen, Tyranny,
Disagree.
do you know how many white people have been killed by black people in the last 50 years now?
Maybe
Who do you
3.
think? Huh?
Maybe 3.
Oh, Tyranny, there was 58 last September.
58
whites
for
killed.
what? Black people killing white people for what?
I don't know. There were according to the stats, there were 58 white people killed by black men. Now, listen here. If you look at closed circuit cameras all across the nation, you got black people attacking all the races, not just whites. You got them attacking everybody. Here's how this goes. I understand what you're saying about the past, but what I'm saying is you keep saying it's not the past. I'm saying it is because the human existence is about 80 years and you're out. There's nothing, and we both agree. There's nothing anybody can do about a damn thing, no matter what, no matter where, no matter how. We all disagree on that. I mean, we all agree on that one way or the other. A lot of people won't admit we're powerless, but I think you and I can, or I know we're powerless. That's why to bring up the past as something that can be, anything can be done about, is something that is offensive to white people, and I think there's a good reason for it. If you want to discuss it in certain avenues, venues, this and that, I understand that. But right now, in this country, you've got blacks in the inner cities doing like most of the street crime, the violent crime against strangers. White people kill their wives and their kids. White people molest children in their homes. They're not attacking other people. White people lose their minds on their sisters or their wives, or as CT had on a couple of his shows. White people have sex with their dogs in their homes. Right now, what you've got, it's a hard sell to white people when you've got black young people in the streets attacking violently, robbing, stopping everything, stopping grocery stores from existing, stopping bus routes from being able to be rid on, stopping ATMs from going up, making stores close because of the violent robberies. You've got one race that is doing by far about in large cities across the nation. You've got one race, one small percentage of kids that are doing it, and you got 70% of the black race making excuses for that violent behavior. That's why I'm saying to bring up what was in the past doesn't hurt for certain references. But if you're hanging on to that as far as an agenda, my dear Tyranny, and I'm glad you're single because when I say dear, I ain't playing. No. You're a cutie. But no, to hang on that through agenda, Tyranny, you can't expect whites to do anything about it or to even care about it, because we're all so screwed up. There are so many real problems in the world right now that to try to take something that was in the past and bring it forth as a problem. Right now, we've got present problems that we're being torn asunder with. That's like asking.
Problems still revolve around racism. Now, be brave. I didn't
No,
want to talk about
not quite,
racism.
not all. Go ahead.
We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. How about that?
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, and I'm gonna have my facts, and I want you to try to bring your if you come back.
What time are you gonna be on tomorrow?
I'm usually here at 10 Central Time.
Oh.
10 Central Time until my back start hurting and I want to do something else. Okay.
I would do around 4 for me.
I'll roll in and I'll roll in and
So in
take
the
a look.
afternoon.
Okay.
Why? What are you gonna name it? You have a name for it yet?
It's gonna be something interesting. I guarantee you that.
Is racism still the problem you're implying, right?
We can see. I'm gonna surround it around something like that, but it's definitely gonna. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yep. So I have a meeting I forgot about today.
Okay. So.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. So, and it starts in a couple of minutes. So I will be back, you guys. My topic today is going to be about these women that love to take up for men. We're going to go over what we had seen yesterday, but you guys definitely be back. I'll be back in an hour and a half. Okay.
Well, I probably won't be back in an hour and a half, but I'll tell you what, I'll stop by and check you out from time to time, Tyranny. That's for sure. Because you are touching on some very socially relevant issues that need to be discussed in a most serious manner.
Man, I really appreciate that. My friend Mr. Watson says make sure you bring some money to drop in Tyranny's cash app. So you guys listen to Mr. Watson, okay?
Got it.
All right, you guys. Okay. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye, Tyranny.
Bye. See you later. Brave. See you later, Young Reese. Thank you guys so much for coming on the panel. I absolutely appreciate it. But I'll be back. I forgot I have a meeting in an hour, but I will be back. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. I got a special guest coming up. Special guest, tell Queen to come back up here. I know the conversation got a little bit off track, but nothing is stopped. It's just continued. So until then, my friend, I will see you later. Bye, you guys.